name is Celine, and I, alongside a very dedicated coach and committed team, have developed a community service pitch titled Freedom Unlocked. This was centred around the question, how do we rebuild the community after COVID? We tested this initiative through a demo run with the Year 12 cohort at Maronite College of the Holy Family, centred around the notion teamwork. So we figured, what better way than to deliver this community service pitch than through a team-based film.
Freedom Unlocked is targeted at the juvenile demographic. In March 2019, there were 246 juveniles in detention in New South Wales alone.
These are not just juvenile delinquents. These are children having taken away from their homes that were bad for them. Brand new dollar.
Due to legal reasons, we cannot disclose the identity of minors in confinement. However, the Source Four Corners have released a documentary titled Australia's Shame. This documentary exhibits the cruel, punishing and harsh conditions faced by juveniles within Australia's legal system.
COVID has taken its toll on this demographic itself, with limited outdoor break and restrictions on family visited. These children have been forced into isolation from loved ones.
The need for this initiative is further evident throughout the following interview.
First of all, the fact that we do detain young offenders, place them in juvenile detention centres, goes against human rights. It goes against the fact that we've actually signed a convention named CROC, whereby Article 37 states that we should not be detaining children. Celine's program, I think, is great because it allows these young offenders to take part of a program in something that they may be really good at because they may be struggling academically, and the sporting field may be an area for them to shine, them to help motivate them and get them ready to leave the outside world and hopefully rehabilitate them. Because as far as we know, statistics do state that the second you institutionalise people for committing crimes, that's adults and especially young offenders, for them to break that habit later on and be able to function in society is actually quite difficult. The rate of recidivism is quite high. Those that are being placed in juvenile detention centre do leave and unfortunately do end up committing crimes later on.
As mentioned in the previous interview, the ultimate goal of this program would be to reduce recidivism rates through rehabilitating these children through the power of sport. This program would encourage children to participate in team-based activities, ultimately improving their health and well-being.
Socially, we rely on behavioural programs, punishment and psychiatry as if that is enough to fix a problem of this gravity. Although this illustrates the point of difference of this program, concurrently there are no sporting initiatives targeted at this demographic, meaning Freedom Unlocked will bring something new to the table.
Ultimately, the idea is to provide juveniles with the resources, time and prospects to implement their passion for team sports such as OzTag, whilst interacting within an environment where they feel valued, included and respected. It also aims to uplift their health and well-being, which ultimately rehabilitates them.
In order to implement this initiative, there are a few stakeholders and partners that will need to take part. This is where another piece of evidence comes in. This piece of evidence entails the name and the details, signatories and means of assistance of various personals, including athletes, coaches, teachers, parents and peers.
In order to successfully integrate this initiative within detention centres, it would be ideal to start with one specific institution. From there, we can reassess its success and potentially reconsider implementing it within other detention institutions.
This program would entail our volunteers coming together to enforce this program. Once we are able to obtain consent and resources, we will be able to integrate this program.
In order to assess whether or not this initiative is impacting lives, we could ask juveniles, parents, officers and other involved stakeholders. We are also able to observe the changes in behaviour of juveniles and examine whether or not this is positively impacting their lives.
While there is no direct correlation between the financial investment of this program, it is rewarding on a qualitative scale. If this initiative successfully rehabilitates this demographic, we are welcoming a safer society with lower recidivism rates. We are also installing a second chance for our future generations. This in itself will leave a lasting legacy not only on juveniles but society as a whole.